There are some games that hit you fast, burn bright, and fade, and then there are games like State of Decay 2. I played it back in 2022 for the first time, and somehow, even after 3 years, I'm still playing it. I keep returning to it like it's some kind of a comfort world, a chaotic, dangerous, zombie infested comfort world, but still, a comfort world, a game world that I know is not going to disappoint me. And every time I jump back in, it reminds me why this game has lasted so long for me. One of the biggest reasons State of Decay 2 still has a grip on me is the survivors themselves. Some of the survivors from my very first community from 2022 are still alive today. I've taken them across maps, built bases with them, barely saved them in last minute escapes, and they've become more than just characters. And then there are the ones who didn't make it. Those deaths don't disappear. You remember how they died. Maybe it was a bad decision. Maybe you pushed your luck too hard. Maybe a feral jumped them before you could intervene. State of Decay 2 doesn't do emotional storytelling through cutscenes, it does it through consequences. Through moments where you made the call and you gotta live with it. Your actions are the story, and that's what makes this game special even years later. The second reason the game never gets old is the uncertainty. No matter how experienced you are, State of Decay 2 always finds a way to surprise you. You can be fully geared, loaded with explosives, your car filled with supplies, and one bad decision can flip the entire run. Sometimes everything goes smoothly. On other occasions, you leave for a small scavenging trip and accidentally start a chain of chaos that costs you a character's life. Every run has this tension, this unpredictability that keeps the game from ever feeling repetitive. And the craziest part is, you control the pace. If you play sloppy, the game punishes you. If you play smart, the game rewards you. It's this push and pull that keeps me coming back. And what I love most is, even after taking breaks, the game instantly pulls me back in. You know how some games feel overwhelming when you return? Menus everywhere, systems you forgot, mechanics you have to relearn. State of Decay 2 never feels like that. It's the easiest game to fall back into. Within minutes, you're scavenging, planning, managing your base, fighting zombies, and it feels natural again. It's one of those games that respects your time. You can play for 20 minutes or 2 hours. Either way, you feel like something meaningful happened. Another reason the game stays fresh is the sheer amount of replayability, multiple maps, different base locations, hundreds of weapons, endless combinations of survivors, difficulty sliders for literally everything. One run might be mostly about stealth and careful scavenging, another run might turn into pure chaos with non-stop zombie fights, and the best part, recruiting and leveling up new survivors. Every survivor has traits, quirks, strengths or flaws. Some are incredibly strong, some are absolute disasters, but every new recruit brings something new to the table, and that adds so much character to the game. You never know when you'll find someone who will become more than just a community member, who will become one of the favorites, like FX, who is the star of my State of Decay 2 world. She is a total badass, a zombie killing machine, and was the hero basically of my first ever successful Lethal Zone run all the way back in 2022. When I first played the game back in October of 2022, it was on update 30. It was a fantastic experience, but it kept improving with time, which was just crazy. I'd never seen this kind of support for game, and it changed so much right in front of me. And it was crazy because I was already pretty late in getting into this game. It was already 4 years old when I got it, and it changed so much right in front of me after that. I really wonder what it must have been like for the people who started all the way back in 2018. The difference between launch and today is just insane. The amount of updates, bug fixes, new weapons, new systems, and stuff they added was just crazy. The support this game got is honestly rare these days. Undead Labs kept polishing the game for years, and the result is what we have today, a game that's incredibly replayable, or I would say endlessly playable, smooth and packed with systems that all feed into each other. Most zombie games pick one direction, either they go full action, or full survival, or full story. State of Decay 2, however, somehow mixes everything. One moment you are in full arcade zombie killing mode, the next moment you are carefully sneaking through a house because you are low on stamina. Then you are organizing your inventory, then you are driving to a trader, then you are fighting a hostile community. then you are scouting for a new base location, then you are upgrading facilities and managing morale of your community members. There is zero fatigue because the game constantly shifts between action, management, stealth, exploration, and planning. Every few minutes you are doing something different, and that is why the game never feels stale. At the end of the day, State of Decay 2 is the closest thing we have to living our own version of a Walking Dead life. Not a scripted show, not a story someone else wrote, but a world where you make the decisions, you create the drama, and you deal with the consequences. It's a chaotic, emotional, unpredictable survival experience, and even after 3 years, it still entertains me just like it did the first time. And honestly, that's rare, really rare.